Look at her. Look at her. We love her. Keep going, babe.
The love is mutual. The love is mutual. Here we go. Welcome to Story Sirens, the podcast where we discuss myths and legends from around the world with a side of sass.
And we love that you love the sass.
Yes, we do. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Yenni, and we'd like to take a moment to thank you for over 2,000 downloads across all platforms.
We are so grateful for you letting us fill your day with some cool knowledge and some semi-cool jokes.
Hey.
We're probably giving ourselves a little too much credit there, but still, we enjoy them.
My jokes are great, okay?
Okay, they are sometimes.
In all seriousness, every like, comment, follow, and subscription not only helps us continue to reach more people, but also gives us the courage to keep going forward with our creative dreams and me not crying while I'm editing all of this. So,
editing always brings tears no matter what it is. But if it can bring a few fewer tears, that's great. Now, please make sure to join our Discord so that you can continue talking about myths and legends with us. The invite link is always available in our show notes. And we hope to start hosting some member-only events real soon and would love to see you there.
Yes.
Starting with our 50th episode party event.
So crazy.
So, it's only available to Discord members. Details about the event will be in our Discord.
Mm-hmm.
So please come join us as we get ready to discuss our 50th episode and celebrate it.
Yes, there will be a lot of digital pizzas because we can't send you pizza.
We can't send pizzas to all of you. That would be weird logistical nightmare and privacy issues.
Yeah,
so
agreed.
Also, we don't know what toppings everybody likes.
Very true.
But anyway,
you a pineapple girly?
I love pineapple on a pizza.
Thank you. That's why we're best friends.
Yeah, exactly. It's great, especially like whenever it's paired with like jalapenos. Yes.
Oh my God, where have you been? In Texas.
Texas. Texas. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I've been in Texas. You've been in Florida. Thank goodness for the wonderful world of voiceover. But
there you go.
Now that we've covered some clerical stuff, let's get to business, shall we? What is on our calendar today, Yenni?
Well, with almost 50 episodes in our pockets, we've had the opportunity to cover quite a lot of stories of heroes dressed in the finest armors, tales of humans with far more courage than we've ever seen, counts of monsters that are terrifying and beautiful.
Kind of hot.
And kind of hot. But you know what we haven't covered?
What?
Monsters with bad haircuts.
I'm sorry. What are you talking about, Medusa?
I'm talking about Medusa.
She really does have a little bit of a hair care routine.
Yeah.
Or lack thereof. What is her routine? Is it like detangler or mice?
Oh, that's a fair... Oh, mice, because... I get it. Mice.
See, this is why we know our jokes are only semi-good. So, it's time to step back into Greek mythology, y'all.
Woohoo! Medusa was the daughter of the sea god Phorcys, I'm sorry if we're wrong, and Ceto, and sister to Echidna, Grace, and Ladon.
I love this. Echidna, Ladon, Grace.
Well, Grace, and she's not graceful, I'll tell you that much.
Oh,
None of them
this.
are graceful because her 3 siblings were born as monsters, terrifying ones at that. But Medusa was different.
She's just different.
She is. She's a different girl.
She's not like the other girls.
She's not. She was born mortal and beautiful at that.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. I don't know where that came from, but I don't think Ceto and Phorcys made that one. You know? They didn't. There was something there.
Somebody showed up.
Somebody showed up in between that. Anywho, Ovid, Roman poet and writer of Metamorphoses, wrote that the most striking thing about Medusa was her hair.
Wait. Pause. We are talking about Greek mythology, and now we're listening to some Roman talk to us about it?
Oh, yeah. In other words, her hair was so wondrous and voluminous that she belonged in a Garnier Fructis commercial, y'all. I'm telling you.
Are we saying that her hair is full of secrets?
It's full of secrets. And none of the slithering type yet.
Now,
guys, You all know how the gods are. Poseidon was very, very interested in Medusa's luscious locks and all the secrets that come with those locks. And so he decided that he was going to take her on a date. And finish that date, wink wink, in the temple of his niece, Athena.
Okay, this takes Weird Uncle to like a whole new level. But then again, Poseidon, Zeus, and Hades are all like pretty strange.
Yeah, but you had choices, and you pick a temple? I got questions. Anywho.
Okay.
It should be no news that Medusa becomes pregnant right on the spot, too.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and now I'd like to remind y'all, this is Athena we're talking about. Goddess of wisdom, war, and maidenhood. So her uncle doing the hokey pokey in her temple was not a smart choice.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Mm-hmm.
This is very problematic.
Yes.
I'm very upset by this.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, Athena, in her rage, went about it, I would say, the wrong way.
Oh, for sure.
She did nothing to Poseidon, who's the one who desecrated her temple.
Yep.
But instead took her wrath out on Medusa.
Our poor baby. Listen.
Okay. All right. This is unfortunate.
Obviously offended by the act, Athena punishes Medusa by turning her Garnier Fructis hair into a slithering hot mess. Okay? And by that, I mean she gave our girl snake's fur hair. Okay?
Okay, this is not good.
And to add insult to injury, Athena also sprinkled some ugly sparkles on Medusa, making her hideous to all creation. Before I continue, though, there is another variation of this story, albeit the same ending. Instead of Poseidon and Medusa sealing the deal in Athena's temple...
Yenni, your writing never fails to amuse me.
Thank you.
I love this.
I know. And I also didn't write for Sarah to say that. Medusa actually dared to challenge Athena's beauty. And, well, you know that never ends well.
Don't challenge the gods, friends. Please don't challenge the gods.
Listen, Athena scoffed, probably told her that she had dry skin and split ends, and then proceeded to make her go from gorgeous to wicked and turn those beautiful curls into coiling snakes. So,
okay, can you imagine what would have happened to Medusa if she tried to best Aphrodite? I mean, Aphrodite went after her own daughter-in-law. So, while we're not comparing Aphrodite and Athena, because, we may also end up with snakes for hair. We're not doing that.
Oh, please.
I do think Medusa could have had it worse if she had been bold enough to challenge Aphrodite.
Yeah.
Rule number 3, 4, 5. Again, don't play with the goddess of love, but also don't challenge the gods.
Just don't. Of course, Medusa did not take this change well, and I mean, would you, Sarah?
I'd have a fit. I would have
a fit.
What is officially known as a screaming wall-eyed fit.
Oh, for sure. And
yes.
that Medusa did. Now a frightening monster, she became so cruel that should any living thing look at her, they would turn to stone.
Okay, that is
yeah,
the appropriate response.
That would I mean, babe, you go to therapy. It's don't hurt
just don't
others.
Look at the therapist.
Hurt people hurt people.
I think we need to go and tell that to Athena then.
Yeah, I think so too. In Art of Preserving Health, a poem written by mid-18th century poet John Armstrong, he describes Medusa as
so stern, so sudden, wrought the grisly aspect of terrible Medusa. When wandering through the woods, she turned to stone their savage tenants, just as the foaming lion sprang furious on his prey. Odd to have Medusa in a poem that is talking about preserving health?
I thought so too, but apparently John Armstrong used elements of Greek mythology while trying to explain to his readers how one should live their life in harmony with nature and what it has to offer us in terms of medicinal uses and physical and mental well-being. So,
all right, sounds like an interesting read for all of us.
Absolutely.
I think we should all check it out.
Yes, it's on the show notes. Now, this awful transformation would give Medusa a new title, Gorgon.
Okay.
A Gorgon is a type of monster in Greek myth, so rare that there's only 3 of them: Stheno, Uriel, and Medusa. The 3 were depicted as terrifying winged female creatures with a rounded face, flat nose, and serpent-filled hair. Medusa, the most famous of the Gorgon sisters, was depicted to have sharp teeth, a lolling tongue, bronze hands, and golden wings, and of course, a stare so evil and cruel that it turned anyone to stone, which I don't know, I kind of like the bronze hands.
That seems pretty cool. And golden wings, like, hello.
Baby, I mean, not too far from a cherub, right? Aren't cherubs supposed to be, like, super creepy?
Yes, technically, according to biblical descriptions, and then around like the Renaissance, the image of they turned into babies because artists were trying to paint Cupid like that, and then all of a sudden, like cherubs became babies. So there is a reason in the Bible every time an angel appears, it says "Fear not," and everybody's going ah. Yeah, there's a reason. So anyway,
actually,
back to our Gorgons. Yes?
Mm-hmm. Real quick, you could also learn more about the cherubs and Cupid in our episode, Cupid and Psyche.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's a great episode.
It is.
It was our Valentine's Day episode.
Now, hey, Sarah, have you watched The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants?
Why?
Get ready to meet the Sisterhood of Serpentine Hair.
Oh my gosh.
If you're going to be ugly, at least enjoy being ugly with ugly friends, you know?
I mean, misery does love company.
It does. That's why there's a song. The 3 Gorgons, Stheno, Uriel, and Medusa, formed the first nasty sorority, aka Mean Girls on steroids, if you will. But dang, did they love each other. Cheetah girls? Nay. Snaky sisters.
You are having way too much fun with this.
I gotta keep the listeners entertained, okay? You do the context-filled episodes. I do the joke-filled episodes, okay?
Okay.
Now, Medusa would unfortunately not have an everlasting life with her sisters.
Yenni?
Sorry.
Please.
Thanks to a little hero named Perseus.
Ooh.
We aren't going to dive too much into Perseus because he's a demigod deserving his own episode. But we are definitely needing to chat about him because of his encounter with Medusa, which ultimately leads to her demise. Perseus was the son of Zeus and immortal Danae. An oracle tells Danae's father, King Acrisius, that the son she bears will kill his grandfather. Fearing this, King Acrisius traps Danae and a young Perseus in a chest and casts them into the sea. Hoping that they either die or drift away, never to be seen again. So
this is drastic.
Very drastic.
Listen, like, why not just, like, I don't know, try to be a good grandfather? Now you're kind of ensuring that your grandson's going to hate you?
Yeah. Sometime after floating in the sea, a fisherman on the island of Seriphos named Dictys finds the chest and goes, "Holy moly, there's a mother and son in there." And so Dictys cares for them both. But his brother, King Polydectes, falls madly in love with Danae. And we all know that never goes well.
Oh, a king falls in love with a poor single mother.
Yeah.
I am fearful for her.
Now, Uncle Polydectes sends Perseus on a quest to slay one of the Gorgons, Medusa, in hopes that he is killed or petrified by her, and then he can have Danae for himself. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
With the help of Athena.
Naturally, since, she kind of hates Medusa.
Yeah. And Hermes.
Naturally, because he likes drama.
Absolutely. Begins his quest to seek and slay Medusa. Athena gives him her bronze shield, while Hermes gives him winged sandals. Perseus reaches Medusa's lair, her not-so-humble abode holding petrified victims, both human and animal, all turned to stone because they looked at her.
Oh, dear.
Using the shield Athena gave him, Perseus is able to find Medusa through the shield's reflection.
Clever.
As she sleeps, Perseus beheads her. Which, can I just comment? Really,
okay.
Perseus? Lame way to slay a Gorgon, okay? You could have at least fought her while she was awake. This is the same thing with the what was it? The Norse gods that killed the Titan or whatever.
Yes. Like they killed the giants while they were sleeping and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Lame.
hello, rude.
Yeah, lame. Somehow the story doesn't end here, though.
Of course not. And should we really be surprised?
No.
Trigger warning, it's about to get bloody. If that's a little too much for you, we get it.
Yeah, we get it. So, as Medusa is beheaded, from her streaming, gushing blood are born Chrysor and Pegasus.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Remember? She was pregnant with Poseidon's babies.
Oh, Poseidon is the father?
Who else?
And they're born from the blood. I mean,
Yeah.
listen, you tell me that blood streaming from a magical decapitation springs forth two of, these great Greek myth creatures.
Yep.
I kind of forget that they're sired.
Yeah, I also forget that Poseidon has a thing with horses.
Yeah.
Like,
I
all
always
these
forget
kids are
that the hippocampus is not just a part of the brain, it's also like a literal seahorse.
A literal
Like,
seahorse.
That's weird.
Yeah,
It's weird.
Odd. Anywho, this madness awoke Medusa's sisters. Obviously, they're like, ah!
Yes.
So, Stheno and Uriel try to find who murdered their sister. But Perseus had something else up his sleeve. Hades' cap of invisibility.
Oh.
Unable to avenge their sister, the remaining Gorgons mourned. Now, this is because Medusa was not immortal, and they knew that she was gone forever. Which,
okay, that is very sad. That's very sad.
Side note, also, in some stories, Medusa's Gorgon sisters mourned her so deeply that the whales gave Athena, an idea and was so moved by their sadness that she created the aulos, a double-winded pipe that, when played, made a wailing sound.
Athena, now you're just mocking us.
Yeah,
Now you're just mocking somebody's grief. I have a bit of a love and disdain for Athena with this.
Yeah. I'm like, she's like, oh my God, that's such a good bop. Let's make a windpipe out of it.
Let's turn this into
because they're like, she was
a jam
so
session.
moved. I'm like, I don't think she was that moved. I think she was just more like, you know what I mean?
Got you.
That's something. That's something. Now, you might think, story's over. But like I said, there's a lot more. Because Perseus places Medusa's head inside a bag and flies toward the island of Seriphos to show his uncle that he's slain the formidable monster.
Just as he asked.
But Medusa's power is still strong because even though she's died, her head has power. It's filled with secrets, guys. As he flies, drops of blood from Medusa's severed head fall onto the land, and from it, serpents of all kinds.
Oh. Legend has it that during this time, Perseus was flying through what is now Libya. The droplets of blood turning into snakes explains why Libya has so many different kinds of serpents. And while Libya does have native snake species, we highly doubt they came from Medusa's head or blood, but it's a great story.
Great story. This reminds me also of St. Patrick's, that he's the reason why there's 4-leaf clovers.
Right, and the reason that Ireland has no snakes.
There you go,
he drove all the snakes out of Ireland, even though
drove.
Ireland has no native snake species.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perseus arrives in Seriphos, and we can all assume happy ending, right? Everything gets solved.
Wrong.
Remember old Uncle Polydectes?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not happy.
Of course not, because, Percy only did exactly what was asked of him.
Yeah.
Oh, except dying.
Yeah. And obviously neither is Perseus.
Of course not, because he knew he was being sent to his death.
Exactly. Not only did the blood of Medusa create snakes, her head still held the power to turn whoever looked at her to stone.
Oh, I love this.
Perseus took esa cabeza de Medusa y se fue para allá, okay? He went on a rampage. You get turned to stone. You get turned to stone. You, bitch, turn to stone, okay?
Okay, so ready for another legend? Seriphos is actually a real place. And Seriphos is part of the Cyclades, a group of islands just southeast of Greece. Seriphos is known to be the rockiest island in the group. And it should be no surprise that the legend states those aren't just rock formations, but the petrified islanders who were caught in Perseus's rampage.
Yeah. He was serious. He
was mad.
Yeah. But I think he did let Dictys live. He's like, you were a good fisherman, Daddy.
Dictys, not Polydectes.
Yeah,
okay, got it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they kind of have the same name. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
But okay, the
Now,
fisherman, not the king.
Exactly. After saving his mother, Perseus gives Medusa's head to Athena as gratitude for helping him on this quest. Since the head still works and holds magical capabilities, Athena's like, well, let's use it. Why not?
Again, insult after insult from Athena.
Dude, Athena imbues Medusa's head into the shield, forming Zeus's Aegis. This power-up, if you will, now giving the shield the ability to petrify anyone who looks at it. Now, there's another variation.
Okay.
Athena takes the head and places it into her father Zeus's shield, the Aegis, which gives it the power of petrifying those who gaze at it. So it's like one is that the Aegis ain't made yet, and then one is that the Aegis already exists, but then it's like
and she's giving it power.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yeah. Because Greek mythology makes sense.
Because Greek mythology.
Yet Medusa's powers still do not end there. No.
Of course not.
Medusa's blood is given to Asclepius, god of medicine and son of Apollo, who uses the blood on the left side of her body to take people's lives and uses the blood on her right side to raise the dead.
How does Hades feel about that? Because we all know Hades is pretty mad whenever somebody is taken out of the underworld.
When does Hades ever get, knowledge of anything happening? He always comes to parties like, what's going on? But Athena saves 2 drops of Medusa's blood and gives it to her adoptive son, Erichthonius.
You may be thinking, Yenni, what do you mean adoptive son? Isn't Athena the goddess of maidenhood? Well, okay. Yes, she is. But there's a tale of Hephaestus trying to force himself onto Athena.
Mm-hmm.
And while Athena was able to break free from Hephaestus, his baby-making formula fell to the earth. Mm-hmm. And therefore, Erichthonius was born.
Yeah. But wouldn't that make him Gaia's son then?
When has Greek mythology ever made sense, Yenni?
This is true. Finally, Athena takes a single strand of hair, or snake, from Medusa's head and keeps it for herself, which is later going to be used by Hercules, but that's another tale.
Another tale. Another hero, another day.
Yeah. Now, guys, I'd like to mention that, at least to me, and I'm sure the same to you, Sarah, because you've been yelling in the side. The story of Medusa is a tragedy. She really did not ask to be born beautiful, to be Poseidon's lover, to be punished so harshly, and then have her body desecrated by the gods. I mean, dude.
Yeah, the fact that she was, taken piecemeal, the fact that her body was taken advantage of in life and in death.
Yeah. This reminds me of that one, the assistant from Jurassic Park, or Jurassic World, that, the pterodactyl comes and gets her, and it's, the nastiest death.
Oh,
that girl has,
yes.
10 lines throughout the whole film, and she has
she has the... It's horrible. It makes no sense.
Yeah. But it's just, there's always stories like that of this, unfortunate person that just gets the worst of worst treatments.
Mm-hmm. And I do want to say there are other variations of the myth where in one variation, Medusa is born as a Gorgon, born to either a Titan or a Titan's offspring, to where she lived her entire life with her 2 other Gorgon sisters as this monstrous entity who was, yes, violent, but was living out her monstrous life. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, there is a more recent interpretation of her story where Athena turns Medusa into a Gorgon for her own protection so that she can use her stone gaze to basically destroy anyone who would gaze upon her. All of these are various interpretations. We all know that, again, when have the Greek myths ever made sense? It's because they all have multiple different stories of how they came into being. It's kind of like they're their own, cinematic universe where there's different origins and everything. So
they should do one. They should do a Marvel universe, but like a Greek mythology universe.
For the Greek mythology.
Money.
Yes. So regardless of whether Medusa was a woman who was punished by the gods multiple times, Medusa was a woman who was protected and then later punished, or Medusa was a Gorgon woman living her Gorgon life and then still killed.
Yeah.
Her life is tragic.
I don't know why Reba's song just came out when you said a Gorgon woman living her Gorgon life. Like, the Reba song? The show Reba.
Yeah. A single mom who works her 2 jobs. Madam.
A Gorgon woman.
We are trying to... lives her Gorgon life with her 2 sisters and a lot of strife.
Wow.
Listen, I don't know. We're just... Okay, but
download that on Spotify.
Regardless of that little clip, Medusa's life, however you view the origin of her story, ends and is continually utilized in a tragic way.
And we're sorry you went through that, Medusa.
Yes, though maybe you shouldn't have petrified so many living things.
Baby girl, skincare and hair routines change lives.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Shall we go into modern media?
We should. Sarah, tell us some coolness.
Well, Gorgons appear in the anime One Piece.
Yeah.
Boa Hancock, Boa Sandersonia, and Boa Marigold all have been given powers for slaying a Gorgon. Boa Hancock is extremely powerful, her beauty being her strength. Eating the Mero no Mi devil fruit gave her the power to turn all who lust after her into stone.
Now, you shouldn't be surprised that I'm talking about this because it's one of my favorite series of all times. Rick Riordan's Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief has the lead, coincidentally named Perseus as well, battling it out with Medusa. Unlike his distant cousin, Perseus slays Medusa while she's awake.
Gives her a fighting chance.
Yeah, there you go. He does use the same technique of using a reflection to catch her, though.
There we go.
Yeah.
In the game Hades, one of the weapons, or infernal arms, is Zeus's Aegis. Additionally, House of Hades made Dusa could be Medusa, the floating Gorgon head, after all. Although she's very cute. I love
cute.
Dusa. I love her so much.
I love her. And I love that she tells Zagreus, I'm not interested in you in that way.
Right?
We could be friends.
I love that she has a crush and then she's done.
Yeah, she's like, bye.
Yeah, never mind.
It seems like we aren't the only ones feeling bad about Medusa, though. High-end Italian fashion Versace's logo is literally the head of Medusa. Which I had no idea. That... When I searched this, I was like, what? I had no idea. I just thought it was a head. Anyway, but also, maybe in the 500th episode, Sarah and I can afford a Versace something. So
that's why we haven't paid attention to Versace.
That's why.
Okay, cool, whatever.
Yeah. Creator Gianni Versace chose Medusa as his logo because he felt she symbolized beauty and power. You'd fall in love with Versace's items so much, you just couldn't look away. And this goes a lot with one of the other variations, that Medusa was able to lure her, oh my God, I went so Miami there.
You did, I love it.
Was able to lure her victims in using her beauty and then, petrify them.
I love it. I love it. Medusa appears in various game franchises, including the Castlevania and Kid Icarus series, as well as being an antagonist in the first God of War game.
Finally, Netflix's Wednesday has quite a few Gorgon students. Season 2 is available now, so check it out.
All right, folks, time for your siren call. Here's something different. Go ahead and let us know in the comments or via our poll on Instagram and Spotify whether you are Team Medusa or Team Athena. We won't judge.
Out loud.
Out loud.
Yeah. We all know which ones we pick. Okay.
And if you want to continue the conversation or tell us your interpretation of the Medusa myth, tell us in the Discord. We would love to talk to you about it. Again, We love mythology. Let's keep talking about it.
Yes, let's keep the stories alive, guys. Thank you so much and have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye.
Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Story Sirens. You can follow us on Instagram at Story Sirens Podcast. Want to support us? Send us a cup of Ko-fi by searching ko-fi.com/storysirens. We've got lots of treats for those who become siren seekers. All research materials can be found in the episode summary. Music by Donald Guzzi and artwork by Alexis Torres. Story Sirens is a Feather and Fin production. See you soon.